Oh, come on. They done did me dirty right when I got home. I can't believe it. What's up, everybody? I just wanted to make this video, kind of get it out there. We'll be doing a couple things on the Subaru Legacy that I own, turning it into a rally car, so we'll be walking you through that. Also tell you a little bit more about the projects. Just for a little bit of backstory, my phone broke on Christmas, and I've actually been using my phone to make the videos. So there's not really a part 2 to the Cabrio yet, just because I didn't want to work on it without it on film. I wanted to get most of this stuff on film for people who want to make a hardtop and want to see the ways through it. I will be working on the latch system on that soon. So by Tuesday or early January-ish, it will be out. But for right now, we're probably just going to go through what we're going to do to the Tiguan here soon, and then do a couple things on the Legacy. Alright guys, so as you can see, it snowed, and I love it. And sadly, I did not get to take this thing out, but I did take the Tiguan out and did some nice pendulum turns and some left foot braking slalom in a parking lot that we set up. A nice course. It was fun. Really fun, actually. And then I took it out in a parking lot earlier today when it was still a little icy, but it's all melting, so sadly this thing probably won't see any snow yet, which is a bummer. But for now, we're just gonna put the aftermarket steering wheel hub on, because we're buying an aftermarket steering wheel for it. All right, so we just unplugged the battery, held the two terminals together for about 30 seconds, and then waited a few minutes to let all the stuff charge out. I've cracked this open and took in the 2 bolts out of this side, took in the bolt out of this side, and this is the last bolt. So we'll just finish taking this bolt out, which I've already loosened. There we go. And now the airbag should pop out. And then you'll have some connectors on the back that you'll have to undo this connector right here. You'll have to undo this one. So let's get to that. Okay, so for this tab, you had to like push this green thing back, and then it got off of the little lip right here. And then you just, after this was pushed back, you just slid them apart. Then this one went up and connected to there. We'll undo that. And we got one last ground wire. Phillips head, we'll pull that out. And this airbag piece will be completely free. So, once you have the bolts on the sides of the airbag taken out, and then all these unclipped, and the airbag is sitting there, you can then start taking this bolt off, which in my case is a 17. So that goes on there just like that. And we'll just try to spin this real quick. I mean, it's gonna be hard to do while filming, but there we go. And that's why I used a larger breaker bar, so I could just hold it with my knee, have it nice and easy. And now we'll probably end up just taking this like this without the breaker bar and just spinning it off there. So we got our nut out. And we don't want to take this nut all the way off like I just did. We want to put it back on there to where it's got some wiggle room and it's not going to come off, and then you can tap around each side to loosen it, and then just do a little pull back. So this one's going to be a lot of times they are a little bit harder. They make steering wheel pullers for this, but we don't cheat like that. So, whew, I'll get back to you once I get this undone. Okay, so depending on how long your thing's been on there, it will be hard to do. So what I like doing when something's stuck together. We're gonna take a little bit of penetrating fluid on its lowest level and we'll just squeeze it into there. And let it drip. And then a little bit more against this top side because this top side is gonna be the area where it doesn't want to stay. Once it's all dripped out of there. So we got the penetrating fluid sprayed around there. It should start seeping its way into the actual splines and making this just a little bit easier. So again, we'll put this bolt back on so we don't get smacked in the face if the steering wheel does come out. And we'll try taking it out again. Okay, literally with that penetrating fluid, it just loosened right up. So we can now take this bolt off, pull this off, feed our wires through, and steering wheel is out of the car. So we'll set that aside. And now we have, this is our clock spring. I'm pretty sure this is what turns your blinkers off when they're on. So you see that? It just will do that and then catch it. So once you take this piece out to put that other piece on, you actually will not have a clock spring on your blinkers, so you will have to do your blinkers manually turning off and on. So sadly, I got a little carried away and didn't film this, but you're gonna wanna, I had to cut these wires and then follow them back and unplug them from their corresponding plugins back here. So we've got a couple clips that are hanging undone, but the airbag wires are out of the car. So this is the hub. It's a little short hub. It's not too long, not too short. And once we get the steering wheel, we'll throw that on there and we can straighten the wheels out again, because when I was turning this bolt, I ended up turning the wheels a little bit. And then they, you know, like, depending on how far you turn them, it's not going to turn back without weight to the other direction. But weight to the other direction cracks the bolt loose. So we're at the point of having to just keep it like that until we get the steering wheel on. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you learned a little something about the Legacy and the steering wheel, or just if you guys are watching this to see how to put on an aftermarket steering wheel, or just watching it because you guys like the content. Thank you. And yeah, so I know I didn't really show you me bolting the hub on, but I figured that was like the least important part, and I actually forgot to film that, so I didn't really go back over it. You just line it up, bolt on. So thanks for watching. Have a good one. Subscribe, like, peace out.